Hey, it's Rooster here. Bobby Leach. Romeoville played host last week to the IHSA 4A regional basketball tournament, surprising many fans when they tried on the glass slipper and found out it actually fit them. The 17-seeded Spartans upset Thornridge and then Sandburg to set up Friday night's championship game against area powerhouse Lockport, who had beaten the Spartans at the WJOL Thanksgiving Classic earlier in the season 46-26. Could the glass slipper double for a sneaker on the court? Not on this night, as the Porters hit their shot, shooting 70% from the floor and were 10 of 13 from the charity stripe. Pleasing longtime Lockport coach Lawrence Thompson Jr., who applauded his team's game plan execution on the night, highlighted by a defense that was frustrating Spartan coach Jeff Bambule, as the Spartan season came to an abrupt end with a 30-point, 66-36 disappointing loss.
We've been underdogs all season, from beginning from when everybody left us, going to different schools. We've been underdogs, and we still an underdog. We just lost, but we had heart to get to this game. Not everybody. The Sandburg was supposed to beat us. All these teams were supposed to kill us. Nobody killed us. I mean, we fought our hardest out here, so never give up.
You know, you had a great season this year. You pretty much took this team on your shoulders. You're really athletic. But how do you feel right now?
I mean, it hurts. Of course, against a good team like Lockport, it hurts to lose. We wanted it so bad, not just for us, but for our fans, our school, the city of Romeoville. But it didn't turn out like that. But at the end of the day, it's positive. Nobody thought we would even be playing for a regional championship. I mean, we're the first team since 1994 to actually play in the game. So I just feel really excited about it. I love all my teammates, and I mean, it's hurting right now, but tomorrow I think we'll be better, knowing that we gave it all, and we had a great season. Nobody expected us to get this far.
Coach Bambule, right after the game and regional championship loss to Lockport. Coach, you want to talk about the season? I mean, we can get to the game in a minute, but I came in the locker room here, and these kids aren't down at all. I expected to see some tears and something you see, but you just don't see that from this team. This team is walking out here. They're proud of where they're at, and I think they really feel positive about all this.
Yeah, we've been through a lot this year. We went through a lot of adversity this year, and we told them they were doing a great job and doing a great job. And sometimes when you're judged by your wins and losses, and it was a rough season, but it was a good team to coach. I mean, they were one of my favorite teams of all time to coach. And the win over Thornridge and the win over Sandburg kind of vindicated things for us this year. I felt vindicated. I felt that way for them because now there was a lot of good positive things around the school about them. But the fact of the matter was that they were the same team all year. Sometimes the shots just didn't drop.
Do you think that, looking in hindsight, that were you happy with your game plan going into the game? I mean, it seemed to be executed pretty well in the first half.
Yeah.
And then you guys just kind of went cold.
Yes. Well, that was because they played good defense, and we told the guys coming in that we're really going to have to work hard to get good shots. And when you're chasing 10 against a team like that, it can get out of hand in a hurry if the shots aren't falling down, and it did. Sam, first of all, as a kid, like I was saying before, basketball has become such a selfish game, an individual game, and you got a guy like Sam that just does what he's supposed to do, and that rubs off on other people. He's a hard worker, and he looked for the other guys, and he knew what his role was, and he accepted his role, and that's hard to find nowadays. Harrison Hines didn't play much last year at all. Didn't know what to expect from him. He really worked on his game, and I'll never forget Wednesday night, the 3 threes in 50 seconds. Dante Fuller went from more of a role player last year to one of the guys. There was different guys that stepped up at different times this year. I'll never forget the 3 he hit against Oswego East to tie the game and won the conference. How could I forget Cordell? He's our team most valuable player. He transferred in from Timothy Christian, and very polite kid. Yes sir, no sir. Really, he was our MVP. I mean, he was one of our leading rebounders, was our leading scorer. His free throw percentage improved. I mean, Wednesday night, I don't know what I think he was 8 out of 9. If he's not 8 out of 9, we don't win the game. And the thing that impressed me the most about Cordell was the fact that we had to have him guard guys that were 6'8", 6'7", and he did a good job.
Yeah. So, in a nutshell, how would you say your season ended? I know you were a little worried coming into the year.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, looking back now, how do you feel, as a group, both coaching and players, you finished?
Well, you know what? People judge you by wins and losses, but I don't think that you can do that. These guys were fun to coach. They did everything that we asked them to do, despite facing different types of adversity. The adversity of losing, the adversity of having to deal with losing, and yet keep coming. We had some of our best practices of the year after tough losses, and that says a lot about their character.